Okay, now we have melted our oils. So now to this, remember, you always want melted oils, not hot oils. Hot oils reduces the good nourishing properties that are in them that will be making your skin feel silky smooth. To this, I'm going to add some vitamin E. And again, I bought this at Walmart. And I believe I paid like $4.99 for this bottle. And I'm also going to add glycerin, which I got from Dr. Adorable on eBay. And again, the glycerin and the vitamin E are all purely optional, but I just prefer them. So now, you just mix up your oils just a little bit like so. Just to make sure they're kind of incorporated. Now, when you add the distilled water, you don't want a whole lot of water because as your bath bombs are drying, they will crack if you add too much water. So literally, I use the water only for my colorant. That's it, because obviously, water and oil does not mix. So therefore, the colorant will stick to the water, and it will also help to color my bath bombs. So I'm going to use just a spoonful of water. That's it. Okay, now we'll add our grapefruit essential oil. And I'm probably going to do about 50 drops. Maybe less, maybe more. I don't know. Depends. Okay, so about maybe that much. I have to smell it. Make sure it smells good. Maybe just a little bit more. I prefer my scents to be rather strong. Let's try that. Perfect. Now to add our colorant. This part can get messy. The very first time that I made the bath bombs and I used colorant, I think I had more of this on me than I did in the bath bombs. Let's see, how are we going to do this? The spoon obviously won't fit. So, well, I guess we've got another end, don't we? So let's see, we'll take just a little bit of red. About that much. And we're going to mix it with orange. These are just regular Wilton icing colors. Now, I don't necessarily prefer to use these because of all the ingredients that are on it, but at this moment, these are what I have on hand. Now, if you look inside the bowl, you'll see where the colorant is kind of just sitting there. It's not mixing in with the oils. The only thing that it is gripped onto is literally that little spoonful of water we put in there. So now I'm going to add some orange because I want kind of like a grapefruit color, since our scent is grapefruit. And we may or may not achieve this colorant. Well, that looks okay to me. So, now we take our powders we just made, and we take our oil mixture, complete with our essential oils, as well as our little dab of water, and our colors, and we put them in the bowl. We're going to make, mix it up just a little bit again. The moisture in the air tends to, you see the difference in consistency of it now just from it sitting for a few moments, because it begins to collect the moisture in the air. So we're going to make a little well in the bottom. You'll see when I add this that there's going to be a reaction of fizzy. So you want to work quickly. You pour this in, and immediately we're going to cover up the fizzies because we don't want the bombs obviously to start reacting right now. We want to save that for the tub. So I'm going to pour in about that much maybe. And we'll go ahead and start covering it. Start squishing it around in there real good. And then make sure you mix it very well and get all that wet stuff mixed in real good. Definitely did not give me the color that I wanted, and I believe that's because of the clay that's in it. The clay darkened it up. And I still feel a lot of dry spots. You'll know when it's finished when you gather it up in your hand, give it a good squeeze, and open up your hand. If nothing breaks off of it, kind of like this, then you're done. But we're going to try to mix this up just a little bit more because I still feel a lot of dry spots. And you mix and mix and mix and mix and mix and mix and mix some more. Till it almost resembles damp sand. Let's see, how are we doing? See how that chunk fell off? Not ready. So now we're going to go ahead and we will add just a little bit more of our oil mixture. I told you we probably won't use it all. Add just a little bit more. Get that mixed around in there real good. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm not one for talking a whole lot while I'm doing this. I get into my concentration mode. So it's funny, the first time I ever made bath bombs, I guess I can chit chat a little bit while I mix them. First time I ever made bath bombs, I put it inside of my mold, which I'll show you that in a minute. Thought I had a great job, went to go check it out, and had bath bomb stuff everywhere. It was all over the table, on the chair, on the floor, on the dog, because my dog sits up underneath me. Alright, let's check it. I would say we're ready. Now, you can purchase molds, which are like these. The only thing that this is actually I was at Kroger's and I went to the little machines that they have that have the toys. And this actually had little rubber bands in it that I purchased from there for 50 cents. And this is what I actually use to make my big bath bombs. And if you do decide to use these, the only thing you do is scoop up your mixture, squeeze it together, wipe off the excess. And this is where you have to apply quite a bit of pressure because you want the two halves to stick together. Take your spoon, give it a nice little rap-a-tap to create an air bubble in the top. Now sometimes I don't always get it. And pop, right off it comes. Flip it over. Ooh, that one actually came right off. And here you have a bath bomb, and then normally you would set it in your pan and let it dry. However, I'm not doing large bath bombs. I'm actually going to be making bath bomb cupcakes. So, I'm going to take my mixture, although, you know, oh, this smells amazing. I think I might keep that one. So, now I'm going to take my mixture here. Give it another quick good stir here. And I'm going to take it and put it inside my cupcake mold. Now these I am not going to remove from the cupcake mold, although I'll take out one to show you what it looks like. But these are going to remain in here after I've done packing them all until I make my soap for it, because every cupcake needs good icing. And I'm feeling like this might be drying out just a little bit, which it does that. And I want to be able to get a good mold and a good hold. So when I take it out, it doesn't fall apart. So we're going to add just a little bit more oil, I think. About that much is good. And we're going to cover it up. Mix it all in here real good after I throw some on my shirt. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm making bath bombs with the children in the daycare where I work, because as you know, Mother's Day is coming up, and I thought what a great little Mother's Day gift for the kids to do. Not only do they get to get dirty, but I get to introduce science to them and the reactions of different items when you use baking soda, the reactions of citric acid, but they also get to make something smell good and pretty for mom. Alright, so now I'm going to take another handful here and put it in my mold. It's important to apply quite a bit of pressure to make sure that you get it all down very, very good. You want it very compact. You want little to no air bubbles in it if possible. This is a great way to work out your aggression. And we're drying out again, which this happens. So let me add some more liquid. The key is not to get it too wet. If you get it too wet, it will not fizz. And of course, you know, it may not necessarily be that it's drying out. It's just could be that I'm not mixing it in there well enough. Normally I would sit here and mix and mix and mix and mix and mix, but for tutorial purposes, I'm kind of going a little quick. Alright. So you take your little bath bomb material here and squish it on in there. Did I mention this project is very messy? Alright, let me stop right there for a second. See if I can pop one of these out and show you what it looks like. I guess I'm popping two of them out and showing them what they look like. Alright, here's one. Still very soft. These will dry in probably about 6 to 8 hours. So you make them, set them, and forget them until the following day. But here's what our cupcake bases will look like. And then we'll add the icing, the soap icing, which I will show you how to do tomorrow. So, that's pretty much the basic bottom line of it. I have just a little bit left over. Probably not enough to, well, we might be able to. This one I want kind of sloshy, so we're going to just add the rest of the oils. Oh, see this reaction right here? See how it's bubbling? We don't want that. So we'll go ahead and cover that up. Get it all squished around. This is probably going to be more like Play-Doh. I can't necessarily guarantee that this bath bomb is going to turn out, because now it definitely feels like wet sand. So more than likely, this is just going to have to be one that I show you what not to do. So, we'll take this clump out here and I will show it to you. You see how it's like smushy Play-Doh? This is what not to do. You don't want it like this. But we're going to throw it in there anyway and see what happens. Look, it's growing. You see that? From the reactions of the liquid mixed in with the citric acid and the baking soda, and it's definitely way too wet. Look, it's growing again. That is funny. So, this definitely will not make a bath bomb. It's alright. I'll put it in a container with a lid, take it to the daycare. The kids will have fun smushing it around and watching it grow. Okay, so that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, please comment. Please like, and I'll see you tomorrow for the soap tutorial. Bye!